cautious or nervous around taking a COVID-19 vaccine seems to come, I'm not saying this is what I was reading today, seems to come from a gap in knowledge or awareness of the benefits of the vaccine, according to new research out today, carried out by the Economic and Social Research Institute, the ESRI. Researchers at the ESRI found a clear gap in knowledge and awareness between those who were willing to take the vaccine and those who were not. So what this survey said, it said people in the survey were asked what they thought about the vaccine, how much they knew about it, what they saw as the greatest risks or benefits, and whether they planned to take it. Now, participants were also tested on what they knew about the effectiveness of the vaccines, the development process, side effects, and whether they would have to pay out of their own pocket for it. Now, those planning to take the vaccine scored on average 67%, compared with 50% for those who were unsure and 37% not planning to take it. So the research basically found that if you have done your research and you can see the advantages of the vaccine, you are much more likely to get it. In other words, those who have decided not to get the COVID-19 vaccine are, will I say uneducated? No? Yes? They haven't educated themselves, basically.
But that's uneducated.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is, yeah.
That's the word. Is that the word you want to use?
That's the word we'll use.
That's going to be the byline, is it? Because I just know as soon as you say that, people are going to say you're being paid to say that. Blah blah blah.
I'm not being paid to say anything.
Okay. In fairness, it's not.
Here's the top line of this ESRI report. Being cautious around taking the COVID-19 vaccine seems to come from a gap in knowledge or awareness of the benefits of the vaccine.
Okay, so we'd like to hear from you. If you are somebody who is vaccine hesitant, and by that we mean you are just hesitant about getting the vaccine, or maybe you haven't got the vaccine, you're afraid of getting the vaccine, you've no intention of getting the vaccine. If you're one of the many people watching us now whose Facebook profile picture says, "I do not consent to experimental jab," because that's what they put up on Facebook, we want to give you your opportunity to actually talk to us and tell us why you are hesitant about getting the vaccine. What sort of research, if any, have you done that you've said, oh God, okay, this is not for me? Because what this report is saying is that you've done no research, or the research you have done, you're doing it in the wrong place. Here's my take on this whole thing. There is no point in trying to convince somebody who is anti-vax to get the vaccine. They never will, because in their mind, whatever...
It's actually not true. I know somebody who was anti-vax and got the vaccine.
Yeah,
so
they got the vaccine because they wanted to go to the Canaries on holidays.
It doesn't matter. They got the vaccine.
And this is a guy that Adrian knows very well, that for the last year, since the vaccine was announced, has been spouting stuff on social media. No to the experimental jab. I won't put poison in my body. All the usual lines that these people drag out. And he went and got it, not a thing up on social media, told Adrian he got it purely because he wanted to go to Lanzarote because he has family over there.
And that's 100% true. But the point of this research, it says that people who are cautious or nervous around taking a COVID-19 vaccine are doing so basically because they haven't educated themselves on the benefits of it. That they are just... So
they saw a video by, Dolores Cahill or the Expose girl, what's her name, Aisling O'Loughlin. They saw a video posted on one of their social media sites that said whatever about the vaccine, and they took that as gospel, and now that's in their mind that they will never ever get the vaccine because of that one video. Is that what we're
pretty much? Yes, that they haven't bothered their arse to properly research from reputable sources the advantages of getting the vaccine. So again, I'll explain that to you again. This is an ESRI report which says that COVID-19 hesitancy, vaccine hesitancy, seems to come from a gap in knowledge or awareness of the benefits of the vaccine. And we would love to hear from you on 085 825 2626. That's 085 825 2626. Darren sent us this message. He says, it's as simple as this. If you want it, great. If you don't, that's also fine and 100% your choice. You don't have to be so condescending to people who don't want it. It's our choice. We are not all conspiracy theorists. Some people, like myself, just choose themselves that they do not want it. The point that this research makes, and this is the point that I would make to Darren, is that this research carried out by the ESRI has found that people who are nervous or cautious about taking a COVID-19 vaccine seems to come from a gap in knowledge or awareness of the benefits of the vaccine. Now, I'm not saying that. That is what the ESRI report says. What it's really saying is, if you are vaccine hesitant, it's most likely because you haven't educated yourself enough on the benefits of it. Let's have a listen to this WhatsApp voice note from somebody getting it today.
Lads, I'm getting the vaccine today, and I can't wait. Everyone who's offered it should get the vaccine. Love the show.
All right, thank you very much indeed. I'm actually a little bit stressed today because I was due to get my second one today. Yeah, so it's 4 weeks since I got my first one. I'm due to get my second one today. I haven't got my appointment yet.
Relax there. You'll be grand. I just want to pull that person up that sent a message on something saying that everybody who is offered, everybody is being offered it, by the way. Anybody who's an adult is being offered it from 18 to 80. But to say to somebody that they should get it just because they're offered, there are people out there who have genuine, I don't know what those reasons are, by the way, but there are people out there who have genuine reasons for not getting it. If you are someone who has decided not to get the vaccine, okay, if you're someone listening right now, there's hundreds and hundreds of you listening, if there is someone who's listening right now who has decided not to get the vaccine, what is the reason? That's what I want to hear, because I know there are many of you who aren't getting it, you don't want to get it, but what is the reason? You can't just say, I'm not going to get the vaccine. You must have a reason, and have a valid reason. To you, that's a valid reason, because I'm sick. I'm sick to the back teeth of the last 6 months of seeing these people on Facebook. I don't consent to the jab. I don't consent. Experiment. Don't put poison in me. All this rubbish. But when you delve into it, when you ask these people when you even scratch the surface and try and get a bit of intelligence out of these people, they give you nothing. They just say, they rack off the usual things. Do your research. RTE is the virus. Mainstream media, the same bullshit. They believe that the mainstream media has an agenda. Now, can someone please, for the love of God, explain to me in simple English
what that even means?
No, but no, what that means. What? Let's take RTE for an example. All those knuckleheads that go out on these protests, RTE is the virus. You know those knuckleheads that go out on these protests? RTE is the virus. I would love one of you, Aegis, to actually tell me how is that the case. And more importantly, what in God's name does RTE have to gain by pushing the vaccine? Do you honestly think the head of RTE gives two fecks whether or not you get the vaccine or not? Do you think the people hosting the news on Virgin Media or RTE News do you think they care that you got the vaccine or not?
No, they don't give a damn.
I'll take a breather.
Okay, take a breather, yeah. 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number. And it's a fair question. If you have decided not to get the vaccine, if you've turned down your appointment, or you didn't even register, or you're not going to go to a pharmacy, you've made the decision not to get the COVID-19 vaccine. What are your reasons? Send us a WhatsApp to 085 825 2626. 085 825 2626. As you've probably heard, and it's not because we were brainwashed by the mainstream media, both Jeremy and I have both had our first shots of the vaccine. As I said, that was 4 weeks ago today for me. I should be due my second one today, although I haven't got my appointment yet. So I'm looking forward to getting that appointment. But I want it. Not because I was told I have to get it. I want it because I want to feel safe. Let's have a listen to this WhatsApp voice note from Thomas.
Hi. Yeah, I don't think it's fair to put everybody in the one brush as uneducated if they're hesitant about taking the vaccine. I was very fortunate to receive my second dose 2 days ago now, Moderna, and although I'm delighted to have taken it, I was really, really anxious about more so the side effects of, allergens and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, as long as the person is educated and they're looking at the appropriate sources, you don't need a degree. We're not talking about degrees. We're talking about people who are sitting down, looking up proper sites, not elvisisalive.com. We're looking up proper sites about critical information, recognizing that we aren't the experts. So that's important. So yeah, just be mindful that not everybody is uneducated who is hesitant. I was hesitant.
Okay, I didn't say this. This is a report from the ESRI, the Economic and Social Research Institute, and it says, being cautious or nervous around taking a COVID-19 vaccine seems to come from a gap in knowledge or awareness of the benefits of the vaccine. So in other words, you're not looking, people who are hesitant aren't looking at the bigger picture, really, this is very advantageous.
It also said, which is very interesting as well, this report, it says that people who are less likely to get the vaccine are also less likely to follow the MSN, the mainstream news coverage, because these people believe that MSN, the mainstream media, for those of you who don't know what that is, by the way, mainstream media is all your newspapers that you read, all the news channels, apart from Fox News, they wouldn't be considered MSN. But it's, all the news you listen to on a daily basis. Now, can I say to you, myself and Adrian, have been part of the MSN, the mainstream media, for years. We are now an independent media group. We have our own media company that is owned by us. We have absolutely nothing to gain. I could go on now and say whatever I want about the vaccine. I'm in nobody's pocket. I never have been in anybody's pocket. So you can't even accuse us of being the mainstream media, because
we're not anymore.
We're independent.
Correct. 085-825-2626 is our number. Niamh, good morning and welcome to Opinions Matter.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. Niamh, this research today is suggesting that people who are hesitant about taking the vaccine are hesitant because they lack knowledge or awareness of the benefits of the vaccine. What do you make of that?
I'm not too sure. I think it is a little bit unfair, I think, in some ways. I mean, I've no issue with anyone who chooses not to get the vaccine. That is their decision. What I do take issue with is the certain group of people that are using this to basically put out false information, scary information, dangerous information, and anyone who perhaps will be sitting on the fence listening to these people will be scared crapless into taking a vaccine. And when you confront these same people on it, you're told one of the two lines. You're told you're either a sheep or do your research. When you ask for their research, they don't answer you. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to have an argument against something, at least make sure it's based in fact. Because otherwise, it's too easy then for people to say, oh, you're just a crank, you're just an idiot. And some of these people are, because their reasons and the views they have are outlandish. But that's where I think the danger comes in, because they're not basing their arguments in fact.
But this is exactly what this report says today, that being cautious or nervous around taking the vaccine seems to come from a gap in knowledge or awareness of the benefits of it. So in other words, you're getting your information from fake news, basically.
Well, that's it. But the problem is that I don't blame the vast majority of people who listen and then get worried, because they're very convincing. I've watched some of these people's videos. They're very convincing. But the problem is that they're shouting the loudest. So people are listening to them. And then they're putting the suspicion of the mainstream media. I mean, RTE is the virus. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I mean, seriously, like, when I see
Saying
that, it's pathetic.
The government has us all like this. No, they don't. The government don't want this. They want us all back at work.
Of course
they want
do.
the country booming. They're not doing this. You know, Micheál Martin isn't sitting in the door saying, how can we annoy them today? I know what we'll do. We'll add another 6 weeks onto the lockdown. He wants us out of it as much as we do. Because he wants us back earning. He wants our taxes. So at the end of the day, no one caused this except COVID. And as I said, I don't blame people who don't want to take the vaccine. That is completely their choice. But I do blame the people that are putting out this scary, fake information. We all know who they are. There's a cohort of them, and they are lethal. Absolutely. I mean, one of them put up something about that poor man that had the cardiac arrest. Totally not based in truth whatsoever.
Well, and in fact, I'm happy to see, and it's something that she's been banned off Instagram, and I've no problem naming her. Aisling O'Loughlin is her name. She was a very well respected journalist and TV presenter who worked with TV3 for many years. And she really went down some sort of a rabbit hole where it came to the vaccine, particularly making implications against Christian Eriksen and a link between what happened to him the other day on the football field and the vaccine, which was just utter and total bullshit, and it's so annoying.
He hasn't even been vaccinated.
No, I know that. So for people, I'm delighted to see that she's been banned off Instagram. It's about time, because she just has spread such vile tripe over the last couple of months.
And to the people saying, what about free speech? And people have been shouting that over the last couple of days. Free speech, free speech. Free speech does not extend to spreading false information.
I agree.
In other words, I cannot go on today and say that a certain brand of ham, say ham, okay, just say, because everybody eats ham, yeah? I could not go on this show today and say that a certain brand of ham has nicotine injected into it to get people addicted to nicotine, okay? Don't use Kennedy's ham, okay? Because Kennedy's ham, Kennedy has been secretly injecting nicotine in his ham to get children addicted to cigarettes. I can't say that because it is based...
It's not true.
It's based on zero evidence. And if someone like Aisling O'Loughlin wants to scream from the rooftops, let her do it from her chateau in France in her own living room. That is the difference. When you have a social media presence, when you have an audience, you have a responsibility to broadcast information that is accurate.
Okay.
Don't eat Kennedy's ham.
Bye-bye, Aisling. Bye-bye, Aisling.
And Kennedy's ham.
All right, Niamh, thanks very much indeed for your call. 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number if you want to get involved in this conversation. And this conversation is all to do with the COVID-19 vaccine. And it says that being cautious or nervous around taking the COVID-19 vaccine seems to come from a gap in knowledge or awareness of the benefits of the vaccine, or following Aisling O'Loughlin on Instagram. Eddie sent me this.
Good morning, lads. I'm one of those people, right, that's not taking a vaccine. My body, my choice, and I'm sick to the back teeth of people telling me as if they're bleeding, medically trained doctors, etc. That's my choice. If it's not worrying you, it's nothing to do with you, don't be stressing over it. Simple as that. And if they want to hold this over me saying I can't go abroad, well then I just won't go abroad. Happy days.
Yeah, that's fair enough, Eddie. 085 825 2626.
Yeah, it's not fair enough, Eddie. With the greatest respect, you've just fallen into the hole which I said people would fall into. Everything you said was correct, by the way. It is your body, your choice. I don't care what you inject into yourself, what you don't. You didn't give one valid reason. You did not.
He doesn't want to. That was his. That's not a valid reason.
That's not a valid reason. That's like me asking my son, wash your hands before you eat your dinner. No. Why? You know, why won't you wash your hands? I don't have to give a reason. Everything has to have a reason. And Eddie, I respect your fact that you don't want to take the vaccine, but no, you couldn't even come up with one reason why other than, I don't want to. That's what 5-year-olds say. I don't want to eat my dinner. Give an excuse, give a reason.
Why should he have to? Honestly, why should he have to give a reason? He's made the decision. He's not getting the vaccine. End of story.
That was my argument from the offset, in which you agreed. So don't be backpedaling.
No, but he's not. He's not arguing. He's not putting forward fake news. He's not saying, I don't want to get the vaccine because I might grow a fifth head or second head. He's just saying, I don't want it. Simple. End of story.
And I want to know why. Is that fair to ask?
Is it any of your business, really?
But what's the point?
If his reason was for fake news reasons, then yeah, but he's decided he's not. Anyway, Eddie, if you want to answer that, get in touch with us. Now, Dorothy sent us this message for you, Jeremy.
Okay, Jeremy, I've decided that I'm not getting the vaccine, and talking about people doing their research, you are the research. This is a trial vaccine, so you are the actual research on this. And the reason I'm not getting it is because you already have a 99.8% chance of surviving with this COVID. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as everyone is making it out to be. Yes, there is people that have passed away from it, but I would rather take my risks getting the COVID than taking the risks that come along with the jab.
Okay, so that's her reason.
Yeah, she also quotes figures which have been debunked as well. What was it she said? 99.8% survival rate for COVID.
Yeah,
that has been debunked as well. That figure of 99. And I don't
meaning
know
what?
And I don't that a lot of people who are anti-jab are quoting wrong figures of how high the survival rate is for it.
The survival rate is extraordinarily high.
It is extraordinary. It's not 99.8%.
It's not far off it. We've had 4,000 plus deaths here in Ireland out of over 250,000 cases, nearly 300,000 cases.
So if that is the case, if everybody is convinced, like that girl is, that the survival rate is so high, why have so many of us got it then? Why did you get it?
Survival rate? Do you not understand what the word survival rate means?
Yes. If you believe what she is saying, if you catch COVID, there's a fair chance that there's a very high chance that you're not going to die from it.
Correct.
So why did you bother getting it then?
Why did I bother getting the vaccine?
The vaccine.
Because I want to get my life back. I don't want to get it. I've known people, hang on for 1 second. I don't want to get this particular virus because I've seen how people can be very, very sick from it.
But you believe that the survival rate is so high.
It is high.
That you probably won't die from it. So why did
Because I don't even want to get sick from it. I'd prefer not. Why do people get the flu jab? They don't want to be sick of the flu in the middle of the winter. That's why I got it, because they don't particularly want to get this virus. We spoke to a young man, 24 years of age, who ended up in hospital for 2 weeks. Fit as a fiddle, the young fellow was. So I don't want to take that risk. I don't want to get this virus. I prefer to avoid it. And if this vaccine can help me avoid it, then great.
Well, you said at the start that you just wanted to get it because you want your life back.
Yeah, I do.
Your life is back, though, pretty much.
And I still don't want to get this particular virus. I prefer to avoid it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay. Eddie has been back on to us.
Jeremy, tell the truth. You've been talking to me in text, and I gave you my reason. I am waiting to see long-term data, 2 to 3 years. And then I'll review it, and if I think personally it's okay for me, then I'll take it.
Okay, there you are. There's his reason.
Okay, fair enough, Eddie. You know what? And I'm wrong. I shouldn't have even asked for a reason from you. It's your own business. It's your body, your choice. My point that I was trying to make is that most of the people that are anti-vax, when you try to press them on the issue, they just come up with made up stats, or they quote things that have been debunked. That is the point that I'm trying to make.
085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number. If you would like to get involved in this conversation, here's a WhatsApp voice note from Tracy.
Hey, Adrian and Jeremy. I'm doing my second Pfizer on Monday. Hopefully, please God, it all goes well. But I mightn't have got sick if I had have got COVID or do get COVID in the future, but I definitely would have passed it to my parents or my husband or someone else who could have got sick because of me. So I'm delighted, and yeah, bring it on. Can't wait to get it on Monday. Okay, bye-bye.
And that was the point that I made. I can't wait to get my second vaccine either. I was due to have it today. I'm a little bit worried now that I've been fallen through the cracks in the system. I should have had my appointment today. But anyway, I'm looking forward to getting the vaccine now. Dorothy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It was your message I played there a couple of minutes ago.
It was.
And what did you want to say?
Well, it's an experimental vaccine. In all the paperwork, all the safety data sheets, it says that it's a trial vaccine. So when they say that you're not doing the research, you are the research. This is one of the very few vaccines that has so many deaths linked to it and they're still giving it out. When the SARS vaccine came out, once that SARS vaccine hit 53 deaths, that vaccine was no longer given to people. Yes, they're still giving the COVID vaccine to people.
And you obviously believe that this vaccine is dangerous, do you?
I do indeed.
Okay,
There's not enough research out there.
Okay, so when you see here in Ireland, for example, statistics yesterday showed that in Ireland we have the highest take-up rate of the COVID-19 vaccines in the whole of Europe. In fact, we're the envy of many countries in Europe. Do you think all of those tens of thousands, in fact millions of people here in Ireland, and I include myself in this because I'm one of them, do you think we're all gobshites?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, what is your reason for getting the vaccine? It doesn't stop you from getting COVID.
It'll stop me getting sick from it. I don't want to get sick.
It'll stop you getting very sick from it, and the chances of people getting very sick from it are slim anyway. I mean, before all this hit the headlines, I reckon me and both my girls had the COVID. Yes, I was sick for 2 weeks, but I survived it, and all the symptoms were exactly the same as what's going on now, and I survived it. And
anybody I know who has had it survived it. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, sorry, you don't, Adrian. That's a lie. Because a family member of mine died from COVID. So to say that you don't is a lie. You also know several family members of mine that ended up in ICU, very, very sick from it.
Yes, but the majority of the people that I know who have had COVID survived and have lived to tell the tale, essentially. Let's have a listen to this WhatsApp voice note from Brian.
I look hard that message again, Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy and Adrian. I just downloaded the app now. As you probably already know, that former Expose presenter had her Instagram page shut down over misleading information about the vaccine, and I even heard in one case, I don't know if it was her that said it or not, that Christian Eriksen's heart attack was as a result of the vaccine, and it turned out he didn't take it at all. So there's an example of misleading information. Anyway, I got my first dose about 2 weeks ago. Wait for me a second. So hope everyone has a good day.
All right, Brian, thanks very much indeed. 085 825 2626.
Yeah, by the way, talking about Christian Eriksen, it was disgusting to see not every anti-vaxxer, but a lot of anti-vaxxers using what happened to him to push their agenda. They even got it wrong. They said he had a heart attack. He didn't have a heart attack. He went into cardiac arrest. They are two completely different things that can happen to a person. But to use that just to push an anti-vax agenda, I found it Sickening, yeah. Now, sorry, Dorothy got cut off, but we have her back on the line. Is there any point in the future, Dorothy, that you would consider getting a COVID-19 vaccine?
When the trial is over, yes, and I see the real data, maybe. Like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I have all my kids vaccinated, all up to date. It's just this particular vaccine.
Well, it's not just one. There are 4 that are approved for use here in Ireland.
Exactly, and that's at the moment. What's going to happen down the line when you need your boosters? Like, I understand people have passed away from COVID. I'm not saying that it's not there. People pass away from the flu every year as well.
So you've weighed up the risks and the benefits as you see them, and you believe that the risk of getting COVID is less than the potential something might happen to you if you get the vaccine.
Exactly. Yes.
Sorry, can I ask you a question, Dorothy? Are your children vaccinated against, the usual vaccination?
Yeah, she just said they are.
They are.
Yeah, they're all up to date, and it's just this particular vaccination. It's a trial, and I'm not going to be an experiment for anybody.
And do you not? Okay, it went through its clinical trials. It was approved for emergency use in the European Union.
Use,
yeah,
but
no,
there's
I'm aware of that.
there.
I'm aware of that. Well, there is data. Sorry, there is data. There was tens of thousands of people in the initial trials, and now that it's being rolled...
There's also thousands of people that have passed away from it.
No, that's not true. And I don't know where people...
It is true.
Okay, now this is where I start getting annoyed, you see, because you're basing this on what? Where are these figures coming from? That people are... Hang on for 1 second. That people are dropping dead from the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yes.
And where are these people?
And that's where people need to wake up.
So, sorry for 1 second, Dorothy. Where are these people? Who are these people? How come they're not on the news tonight?
There is, because everything is being blocked. The government wants you to get this vaccine for what? I don't know. I actually don't know.
So you're claiming, and hang on for 1 second again, Dorothy. You are claiming, falsely I might add, that people are dropping dead from this vaccine.
Yes. And
you can prove that,
can you?
There
was only one in the news there, 2 weeks ago. A lady who was a presenter who passed away a couple of days after.
But you're claiming thousands are dying from it. You're claiming thousands are dying from it.
Yeah.
And you
over in America, over in America, it's like up to 10,000 that have
Stop.
passed away
In fact,
from it.
Dorothy, I now have to end this conversation. And the reason I have to end this conversation is because you are now spreading fake news. This is not true that tens of thousands of people are dropping dead from taking this vaccine. And if you have that proof, please send it on to us, because I am not continuing a conversation, because I am not allowing people to spread false, misleading information, just like Aisling O'Loughlin was doing on Instagram, and as a result of which she's been banned from Instagram. That's why, because she was spreading fake rubbish.
By the way, Adrian asked for you to send data to back that up, and I think there has to be a caveat to that. Data from a reliable
source, yeah.
A reliable source. Whew, I think we need to take a breather.
Okay. Debbie sent us this WhatsApp voice note.
Good morning, Adrian and Jeremy. Just listening to your topic here on the vaccines. I will not, under any circumstance, take this vaccine, and I'd be here for a year listing out all the valid reasons why I will not take this vaccine. I'll just give you a few. This vaccine is in trial until 2023. I will not risk taking a vaccine from which the manufacturers take no responsibility for anything going wrong, for side effects, for death. There's a 99% survival rate of this COVID/convid. We all know that all media personalities have to say they're getting the vaccine, they've got it, and they have to promote it.
Debbie, that's absolutely not true. I'm just going to pause that message for a second. That is absolutely, completely and utterly untrue. That media personalities have been told they have to go public and say they've gotten the vaccine. That's not true, Debbie. That's a lie.
There's so many reasons I could go on and on and on. And it's wrong to call us conspiracy theorists, misinformed. And as regards to Aisling O'Loughlin, she's very intelligent, very well informed. She's one of the people I've been following for a long time. And there are lots and lots and millions of people like us. And we've every right to say what will go into our bodies, what we want in our bodies. And that's how it is. It's nothing got to do with us not complying or being conspiracy theorists. We're good people and we are intelligent people, and we've as much a say about the vaccine as you and anyone else has. Thanks.
Thank you, Debbie. Yes, you say you're not a conspiracy theorist, but in the middle of that message I heard a conspiracy theory. And that conspiracy theory was that media personalities are being told they have to publicly state that they got the vaccine. That is just not true.
So myself and Adrian are friends of pretty much everybody in the media industry. And I can tell you, hand on my heart, on my children's lives, there is not one presenter I know who has been told to promote the vaccine or is being paid to do so. There was another conspiracy theory that you threw up there, Debbie, in your message. You called COVID, you said COVID, and you called it convid as well, which is a word that people use because they believe COVID is a con. How can you actually say that? How can you believe? What I would say to you is walk into the living room of someone who has lost a family member, one of the 5,000, just under 5,000 people who have lost a family member, myself included, due to COVID, and you stand in a living room with those people and you tell them that COVID is a con and see what they say to you. It is your body, your choice. And you can take whatever you whatever you want. But look at the people, Debbie, that every day of the week are injecting Botox into their lips, fillers into their lips. Do they look up the ingredients of what those fillers are? Getting Botox injections into their face to get rid of wrinkles. It is your body, your choice. But that doesn't stop people doing that every day of the week. And to suggest that, you know, and I'm not here to judge Aisling O'Loughlin's intelligence. Yes, she is a very intelligent woman.
Nobody said she wasn't.
Nobody said she wasn't. One of the claims she put up on her page was that face masks contained worms. Now, honest to Jesus, Debbie, how can you respect the opinion of someone who says something like that?